Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to you? Can someone type yes, no? Am I audible to you? Yes. Good evening, Haridharani. We'll wait for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, if you have any queries regarding to your exam related RBI, you may post your questions. I will try to answer. Anyway, in this session, we are going to deal with uh, all the queries that you may get while preparing to the exam and related to RBI. That all we are going to discuss anyway. But before that, if you have any queries, you may post it. I am good, Narpat. How are you? Good. Not required, Jayant. In prelims, you don't have general awareness section. Only in mains you have. For prelims, you have to prepare numerical ability, reasoning ability, and English language. Yeah, cutoffs. When it comes to cutoff, state to state, it is different. But to be safer side, you should get minimum 94, 95 marks. Sir, cutoff is very how to tackle. See, paper also will be given easy. I have taken one sample question. We'll discuss that. You will come to know what is the level of difficulty of RBI. Very easy sets they will give you. And don't think that 95 questions, no, even it is below the clerical level. Even it is below the clerical level, Narpat. And don't expect that 94 questions to be attempted. That is wrong perception. Scores will be normalized. After normalization of scores, cutoffs will be 94 and 95 like that. To be safer side, attempt more than 90 with 100% accuracy. Don't commit any mistakes. You should not commit any mistakes, first thing. And the second thing, you should try to score maximum marks. Okay, let's begin. In this session, we will discuss especially reasoning preparation tips and strategies. In our upcoming sessions, we'll also discuss quantitative ability as well as English language, but we begin with reasoning preparation and strategies. Let's see the agenda of this session. Time limit. What is the time limit for prelims as well as mains? In this session, we are going to discuss simultaneously prelims as well as mains also, whether the question types or the time limit or the syllabus, whatever it is, the points we are going to discuss, those are related to prelims as well as to mains. Topic wise breakup. In previous 2 years, in 2018, which is nothing but 2017 notification, 2019 notification, which is nothing but 2020 exam. Okay, so in these 2 years, what are the topics that are given in prelims as well as mains, and which topics are important, that breakup that we are going to discuss, and the 3 success mantras to succeed in these RBI assistants that we'll discuss. Syllabus, we'll also discuss syllabus, and previous year actual question types and expected question types in 2018, in 2020 prelims as well as in mains. What kind of questions are given? I mean, especially the models. What kind of, not the topic, models. What kind of models are given and what may be expected, because there is so much change in the trend of giving question types. So what may be expected question types, that all we'll discuss. And finally, we'll discuss how to prepare the topics and in which order in the exam you need to attempt. Even that we'll discuss. So first, we'll begin with time limit. In prelims as well as in mains, in both, we have section wise time limit. In RBI assistant, in prelims exams, you will be given 35 questions and the number of marks are 35, and the time limit is 20 minutes. Within these 20 minutes, you should try to attempt 35 questions, and I am sure if you are seriously preparing for this exam, within 18-17 minutes you can complete. You will left over with 2 to 3 minutes time. That much easy will be given. Okay, when you're going to the exam, go with this confidence. Paper will be very easy, and the cutoffs are around 94. In reasoning, you can score 35 out of 35 without any doubt. But you should have some proper approach in solving the questions and proper idea what kind of questions they are giving in the exam. That we'll discuss. You can score easily 35 out of 35. See, without scoring 35 out of 35, getting 94 is very difficult. So most of the students are getting that 35 marks by following the proper strategy. Someone is saying that he scored a 32 in LR today. See, 32 is also, I mean, in my view, it is good, but not excellent. You can score 35 out of 35 in 20 minutes, not actually in 20 minutes, in 17 to 18 minutes only. That much easy will be given, believe me. You should have that confidence, I can do, before going to the exam. You can. And when it comes to main exam, 40 questions will be given, and number of marks are 40 marks, and the time limit is 30 minutes. Even here also you will be given easy level of difficulty only, not moderate level of difficulty, but easy in mains, not like level of difficulty of prelims. Mains level of difficulty, but in the mains level of difficulty you will be given easy models. You can score 40 out of 40 in 30 minutes without any doubt. You will be not given decision making questions, you will be not given critical reasoning questions, you will be not given non-verbal reasoning questions. If they are not giving any of these 3 minutes, you can attempt. I mean, all the topics you can prepare and you can attempt. You can score easily. So 35 questions, 35 marks, and the time limit is 20 minutes. 40 questions, 40 marks, and time limit is 30 minutes. You will be having 5 sections in main exam, 5 sections. Whereas when you come to the prelims, you will be having only 3 sections. Those 3 sections are, see here we are discussing about only reasoning, but just I'm giving the brief overview of that, small brief. Numerical ability, reasoning ability, English language, and here test of reasoning, test of quant, test of English language, general awareness, and computer awareness. These 5 topics will be given: test of reasoning, test of quantitative ability, test of English, test of general awareness, test of current affairs. But the duration is a little bit different. For all these 3 sections, you will be having 30 minutes time. Whereas when it comes to general awareness, you have 25 minutes time. Whereas when it comes to the current affairs, computer awareness, you have only 20 minutes of time, and all you will get 40 questions. So total 200 questions, 200 marks, and overall time limit is 135 minutes. 135 minutes. Okay, so this is about time limit. Let's see the topic wise breakup. If you have good idea about this topic wise breakup, you will come to know for which areas you have to give more importance. Let's see that. It is about 2017 exam, which is notification 2017, and prelims and mains 2017-18 duration. That time it is conducted, and 2019 notification, which is nothing but in 2020 exams are conducted in the month of February and March. Now look at here. In 2017 prelims, in from the area of puzzles, 12 to 25 questions are given. 12 to 25 is the range out of 35, because we will be given in multiple slots. Exam will be conducted in multiple slots. In some slots we have given only 12 questions from the area of puzzles. In some slots 15, some slots 20, in some slots even 25 also given out of 35. So puzzles will always carries more weightage. 50%, at least 40-50% weightage will be given to the puzzles. So you should prepare the puzzle, you should practice puzzles, you should prepare puzzles. Now what kind of models will be given, that we'll discuss. And what kind of models are given, we'll discuss. And what are expected models, even that we'll discuss. And blood relations, in some slots 0 questions, in some slots 2, in some slots 3 questions. He's going to touch all the topics in all the slots. Direction sense, in some slots 0 questions, in some slots 3 questions. Miscellaneous, this is the one important area. Puzzles is one of the important area. Why I'm saying important means it will be given in every slot. In some slots 2 questions, in some slots 3 questions. So in every slot you will be given miscellaneous questions. We'll discuss what are the miscellaneous questions. Inequalities, in some slots 0 questions, in some slot 3, some slots 4, in some slots 5 also given. Coding decoding also same. Even deductions, syllogism questions known for, in some slots 0, in some slots 5 questions. And especially the new types are giving only a few kind of questions. These kind of questions they are giving in the exam. Even in 2020 prelims also, out of 5, all the 5 are given with only a few type of questions. Input output, this is not important for prelims, it is important for only mains. So you can ignore this for prelims and you can practice for mains. Sequence, a very important topic, very easy topic and very important topic. You will be given 5 questions. Set of numbers and words, very easy topic, and you will be given for 5 marks. So out of these two, sequence or set of number words, always one model will be given, either this model or sometimes both. So minimum from these two topics you can expect 5 questions or sometimes 10 questions. When puzzles are given 12, definitely you will be given these two areas, sequence as well as set of numbers and words. Data sufficiency, important, but not for prelims, only for mains. Critical reasoning, so far it is not given in mains. Anyway you won't get it in prelims. It is not the syllabus of prelims, it is syllabus of mains, but they are not giving. In the last 2 years and in the previous years also, they have not given any critical reasoning questions. And when it comes to mains, puzzles 20 questions are given. 4 puzzles are given, sorry 5 puzzles, 4 puzzles are given, 4 into 5, 20. And blood relation set is given for 5 marks. Miscellaneous 3 questions are given, symbols notations 2 questions, input output 5 questions, data sufficiency 5 questions, total 40 questions. Look at here, weightage of puzzles. When it comes to the mains, out of 40, 23 questions means greater than 50%. Here it is exactly 50%. So weightage of puzzles are very high. So you have to give more importance to puzzles. And before going to the mains exams, prelims is important. So my suggestion is, in prelims, prepare these areas: puzzles, blood relations, direction sense, and miscellaneous kind of questions, symbols annotations, inequalities, coding and decoding, deductions, sequence, set of numbers and words. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 topics. If you can prepare these 9 topics thoroughly, you can score 35 out of 35. Level of difficulty will be very, very easy. You will be given very less level of difficulty. You can complete it in very less time. Let's say prepare one paper. Let's prepare one paper. Okay. Before discussing these 3 success mantras, let's say 15 questions are even given from puzzles. 15 questions are given from puzzles. 5 questions are given from set of numbers. 5 questions are given from set of numbers. Set of numbers means you will be given 5 3-digit numbers like this. Like this, 5 numbers will be given, and they are going to give some conditions, or they are going to give some operations. You have to perform those operations, and you have to identify the correct answer. That is about set of numbers. So we minimum 2 marks you can attend easily per day, and after attempting those 2 marks, you should try to, I mean, check in which areas you are lack of and which areas you have to prepare, and after preparing that, again attempt the another mark. This is about 5 set of numbers and 5 questions on sequence. You may know it this sequence like this. You will be given like this: $7A9 hashtag MR6 at the rate. Like this kind of elements will be given, and you will be asked you questions like which of the following is fifth to the left of, sixth to the right of, seventh to the right of, and so on. Okay, that kind of questions will be given sequence. And from the area of miscellaneous, 3 questions will be given. Let's say 3 questions. And from blood relation area, 3 questions. From direction sense, 3 questions. From the area of coding decoding, 4 questions. And from the area of symbols notations, 2 questions. So total 35 questions. So to complete this set of numbers, it will take maximum 2 minutes time, not more than that, for all the 5 questions. Even sequence also will take maximum 2 minutes time to complete. Miscellaneous questions, maximum 2 minutes time to complete. Blood relations, 1 minute. If to answer, to solve the set, 1 minute, and to answer the set, 1 minute. Even it won't take 1 minute. In 30 seconds you can complete. The same is true for direction sense, 1.5 minute time. Coding decoding, 2 minutes. Symbols notation, 1 minute. Rest of the time, 2 2 6 9 10 11 12 12 minutes, and the remaining 8 minutes of time or 7 minutes of time you can spend for puzzles. And you may think that, sir, will the time be sufficient for puzzles? Yes, they will give you very easy. Each puzzle can be completed in 1.5 minute time, not more than that. That much easy puzzles will be given. I have taken one sample puzzle which was given in 2020 exam. If you look at that question, you will get the clear idea how much time it will take to complete it. Okay, let's see what are the 3 success mantras with respect to reasoning section. It is, you should be thorough with your basics and fundamentals. See, it's not about magics. 3 success mantra is nothing but not about magics. It is about your hard work. So first you should be thorough with your basics and fundamentals, since there is no specific approach to solve the reasoning question. Whereas when it comes to quantitative aptitude or English language, you have a specific approach and some rules. But when you come to reasoning section, there is no specific approach to solve the questions. You should be thorough with the basics and fundamentals of each and every model. And then you have to practice. You have to practice a lot. Like, if you practice more, if you are exposed to more number of models, when you go to the exam, you won't find any new question types. When you won't find any new question types, generally they won't give any new question types, but still you have to practice a lot so that you won't see any new question types. Then by looking at the question directly, you can start solving the question. It means when it comes to the puzzles, there will be some approach. For two row arrangement, there will be one approach. For certain linear, there will be one approach, unknown number of persons, and only facing north, there will be some approach. To answer those questions, you should be thorough with your basics and fundamentals, and you should also know your approach in solving that question. So when you will come to know that approach means by only practicing as many sets as possible. An important thing is selection of question in the exam. Selection of question in the exam. You have to choose the right question. Instead of choosing the individual questions, single questions, you have to choose the set based questions, which gives you 5 marks, 4 marks, like that kind of questions. And if that questions, 4 questions set, 5 questions set, if you feel it is difficult, quickly move to the another set. But when it comes to RBI assistant exams, you won't find any that kind of questions. You never find that kind of questions. This set is difficult. All the questions will be given very easy. Okay, so please, you should be thorough with your basics and fundamentals. It means in the after going to the exam, you should not think that what is the left hand side, what is the right hand side, what is immediate left, what is immediate right, what is between and what is exactly between. All these technical terms you should be thorough before going to the exam. Okay, and what do you mean by adjacent, what do you mean by neighbors, what do you mean by the technical terms only, a few, only, all these technical terms you have to know before going to the exam. What do you mean by number of persons to the left of A is same as number of persons to the right of B? All these are technical terms. What do you mean by only one person is ahead of B? All these technical terms, all those things, basics and fundamentals, you have to know before going to the exam. Then only you will get the success. Don't think that after going to the exam I can do anything. Just listening the classes and I will do anything in the exam. You never get the success. You have to practice as many questions as possible from various sources, like study material, like marks, wherever you will get the source, practice it. But when you are practicing it, remember that if it is taking more time, please analyze that why it is taking more time, or where you have taken a lot of time, and in which areas you have to pick up yourself. That analysis is very important. So blindly preparing, blindly practicing is also not the correct. You have to practice and you have to identify your weak areas and you have to improve those areas. Then you will get the success. And selection of the question is very important. If you choose the proper question, I mean, like while playing the cricket match, if the first ball is a bouncer, if you leave that, you may score 100 runs also. By attempting that, you may get out also. So selection of question is very important. Select the proper questions, and that comes through the experience. Which kind of questions you have to pick up, that comes through the experience. That experience comes through the practicing of mocks. So you have to practice as many mocks as possible. Before going to the exam, practice 20-30 mocks minimum. Practice it, you'll get the success definitely. Once look at the syllabus. Once look at the syllabus. And here I will give you syllabus regarding the prelims as well as the mains. While I'm symbols and notations and inequalities, a very important topic for prelims as well as for mains. Please take a screenshot. Blood relations, it is also important for prelims as well as for mains. Direction sense is also important for prelims as well as for mains. I mean, level of difficulty of the questions will definitely vary from prelims to mains. Prelims they'll give you very easy, mains they'll give you easy. Coding decoding is also important for prelims as well as for mains. Letter series, one question is expected. One question is expected, and they have given in some slots. And when it comes to number series topic, though it is reasoning topic, they will give you this one in quantitative aptitude section for 5 marks. Number series topic, but letter series will be given in reasoning section only. And even letter odd man is also sometimes they are giving for 1 mark. Only in prelims. Only in prelims, not in mains. Syllogisms or deductions, important for prelims as well as for mains. Though it is not given in previous years, you cannot neglect it. Important for prelims as well as mains, and especially when it comes to syllogisms, new models. Only a few, only these models are very, very important. Out of, if they are giving 5 questions, 5 out of 5 questions will be from the areas of this only a few and few. And also the important thing is, in conclusions, they are giving possibilities. In conclusions, they are giving possibilities, can be, can never be, this kind of models. So while practicing it, don't ignore this kind of conclusions. And miscellaneous, I told when we are discussing the first slide, miscellaneous questions are important for every slot. What kind of miscellaneous questions will be given? I will explain you orally. While practicing it, observe it. How many such pairs of letters are there in the word sequence which have as many letters between them as I have between them in the English alphabet? Narpa Singh, you have posted that question. And how many such pairs of digits are there in the number 235976? Reverse syllogisms, they won't give you in prelims as well as they won't give you in mains of RBI. Okay, there is not that level of difficulty. Okay, that is not the level of difficulty of RBI. Reverse syllogisms will be of SBI PO mains and IBPS PO mains level of difficulty, not RBI. But don't neglect it. Practice it. Maybe this time they may make it tough. Okay, and other miscellaneous questions, number arrangement, letter arrangement, they'll give you like this. They will give you one number and they will mention you that each odd number is increased by 1 and each even number is decreased by 2, and how many digits are repeated twice, how many digits are not repeated twice, and the numbers are arranged in the ascending order, which is second from the left hand, or the numbers are arranged in the ascending order, which, what is the sum of the numbers which are second from the left hand and third from the right hand? All these kind of questions comes under the area of miscellaneous. And one of the important model, birth dates questions. Okay, what is that birth dates questions mean? It is very, very simple question. You may note it down, or I'll write you in a short form, and you have to answer that question. You have to answer that question right now. Ravi's brother remembers that. Ravi's brother remember that Ravi's birthday is after 15th March. After 15th March, but before 20th March. But before 20th March. Ravi's brother. Ravi's friend remembers that Ravi's birthday is after 16th March, but before 19th March. After 16th March, but before 19th March. And Ravi's sister remembers that Ravi's birthday is after 17th March and before 22nd March. Before 22nd March. If 11th March of that year falls on Sunday, 11th March of that year falls on Sunday, when did he celebrates his birthday? When did he celebrates, on which day he celebrates his birthday? Anyone? Oh, someone has answered. Good, Abhijit, correct answer. This is what I am talking about, birth dates questions. Narpat wrong, Anju correct, Anju Raju correct. Yes, Sarvan, it is correct. Yes, Mrudul, it is correct. 18th Sunday, Jayant, it is correct. 8, and I'm not asking for the date. I'm asking for the day. On which day he celebrates his birthday. Okay. After 15th March means after 15th before 20 is 16, 17, 18, 19. As per his friend, after 16 before 19 means 17, 18. After, according to her, his sister, after 17 before 28, 18, 19, 20, 21. But the common date among all them is 18th. So 18th March is his birthday. 11th March is Sunday. So 18th March is what? So after 7 days exactly again will be Sunday. So that kind of questions. And these two topics are very, very important. Sequence, set of numbers and words. These are very, very important. Please don't neglect it. You will definitely will be given from these two areas minimum 5, maximum 10. Maximum 10 from this area definitely will be given. Definitely will be given. Irrespective of the puzzles, whether it is 15 or 25, definitely from these two areas, one will be given. Minimum 5, maximum, sometimes 10 also will be given. So please prepare. So these are the topics very, very important for prelims. Okay. And these two topics, miscellaneous is important for prelims as well as for mains, but these 9th and 10th topics are important only for prelims, not for mains. No. Even these analytical puzzles are also important for prelims as well as for mains. Prelims as well as for mains, and minimum weightage is 50%. 50% weightage will be given for puzzles, but the level of difficulty is very easy. In the next, after this syllabus, we'll discuss what kind of question types they are given in previous years. So in seating arrangements, linear, circular, box arrangement, and floor arrangements, all these three are interrelated. If you are thorough with the linear arrangement, you are also thorough with box arrangement and floor arrangement, but little bit basics are different. That you need to understand. And circular arrangements and even linear arrangement, there are some points of basics are same. But linear arrangement, you can find the ends. In circular arrangement, starting point and ending point are same. In linear, it is not. Okay. Puzzles, distribution based puzzles, comparisons based puzzles. These two are important for prelims and mains. Even this is important for prelims and mains. These quant based reasoning questions are important only for mains. When I'm talking about quant based reasoning, that may be new for you. The term quant based reasoning is new for you. It is simple. I'll tell you. 7 persons, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, sitting in a row facing north, but not necessarily in the same order. Each of them is of a different age. Each of them is of a different age. Another variable is given. Another variable is given, but those are numbers. Those are numbers. That kind of questions will come under the area of quant based reasoning questions. Like 8 persons were born in 8 different years. All these kind of questions. But this is important for mains, not for prelims. All these are important for mains. Only for mains. Data sufficiency, input and output, decision making, critical reasoning, and non-verbal reasoning. But these three topics so far, never ever it is given in RBI assistant mains. So whether you will prepare or not, it is up to your choice. Decision making, critical reasoning, non-verbal reasoning, they are not given in mains. But if you have the time, definitely I suggest you to prepare, because we don't know what will be given in upcoming exams. Based on the past exams, I can say that these topics are not giving, but in upcoming exam they may give, but don't lose the chance. Prepare. Okay. So this is about the syllabus of reasoning section. Prelims as well as mains. There are few topics which are important for prelims and mains. There are few topics only important for prelims. There are few topics only important for mains. Please take a screenshots and go through the topic by topic and as importance wise. As already I have given topic wise breakup and also given the list of topics. So please compare and go through the importance wise. No. Previous year actual question types and expected question types. So before going to the actual question types, would you like to raise any queries? Do you have any queries? Someone is asking to explain the questions. My dear, this is not the session. You will be having definitely another sessions with respect to puzzles, with respect to other areas. Sir, I am also preparing for ECIC UDC. Is the reasoning syllabus for the exam banking more like SSC? No, that UDC exam is equal to bank assistance. Banking syllabus, not SSC syllabus. Yeah, Mrudul, definitely I will show you the topic wise slide, but not now. At the end of the session, I will show you. I remember that. Okay, let's come to the question types. Look at these question types. In 2017 and in 2018, in various slots, with respect to linear arrangement, first we'll discuss about the puzzles. I mean, I have given this kind of segregation only for puzzles because puzzles carries more number of marks. So I have given only this kind of segregation for puzzles. Prelims, single row, all are facing the same direction. All the people are facing the same direction. All the people are facing north. Simple question, very basic question in the linear arrangement. All are facing the same direction, either with respect to 7% or 8%, not more than that. And two parallel rows question. There are 10% sitting in two parallel rows, 5% in each row. The persons who are sitting in top row are facing south. The persons who are sitting in bottom row are facing north. This model, very basic model. These are basic models, and this is a new question type. This is a new question type, unknown number of persons. Number of persons they won't mention. We have to identify the number of persons. We have to linear unknown number of persons, very important and easy also. They will also give you very easy level. Okay, so these three are important for prelims, and prepare only these three models. It is more than enough for prelims. No more expected models in prelim. But when it comes to the mains, there are some expected questions, higher level of difficulty. But these three questions were given in 2017 exam and 2020 exam. Look at this question: linear and distribution, unknown number of persons. This model extension was given in mains. Not just unknown number of persons, they also given another variable. Certain number of persons are sitting in a row and each of them likes a different color. That kind of question. And the same single row, 8 persons like that. Here it is given only facing north, but here it is mentioned some are facing north, remaining are facing south. Even it is not some are facing north, remaining are facing south. They mentioned it very clearly. 5 are facing north, 3 are facing south. Even they simplified that. 5 are facing north, 3 are facing south. And unknown number of persons. The same model is also given in mains. The same model, unknown number of persons, in 2020 they given in mains. Also in 2020 they given in prelims, but here the level of difficulty is little less, and here it will be a little bit high. So these three models. So while you are preparing, first focus on these models. Look at this. This unknown number of persons, repeated the models. I mean, I'm not saying that they will repeat again, but you can understand the level of difficulty. They'll give you very easy. And these are the expected questions. Linear distribution, like the same. 7 persons are sitting in a row, or 6 persons, not more than that, sitting in a row facing north, and each of them likes a different color. That model comes under this linear and distribution. 6 persons are sitting in a row and they belongs to a same family. So you should draw the family tree diagram, and also you should identify the relation between them. You have to place them in a row. That model. Linear QBR. Linear QBR is nothing but it's simple. 6 persons sitting in a row and they are facing north, and each of them is of a different age. Some numbers will be given, or each of them having different number of pens, certain number of pens. That kind of questions may be expected. If they want to increase the level of difficulty, they will give you these models. Otherwise, they are okay with these models. This only if they want to increase level of difficulty, they will give you this model. Two rows distribution, two parallel rows, 5 persons A, B, C, D, E, 5 persons P, Q, R, S, C sitting in two different rows, and each of them like a different fruits. Additionally, they will give you one more variable. That's it. This may be given in exam with respect to linear arrangement. With respect to linear arrangement. Not more than these models. If you are thorough with these models, it is more than enough. These are the basics. These are directly basics. I can say that. Even this kind of questions you won't expect in clerical prelims as well as in PO prelims. Very, very basic questions they will give you. Okay. We'll discuss one sample question. And before going to solve that question from my side, I'll give you 1 minute to solve. Just 1 minute. I'll see if anybody can complete. Not more than 1 minute time. I'm assuming that you are thorough with the basics and fundamentals. You are already prepared for the exam. One person completed. You must know all technical terms to complete this. Without knowing the technical terms, you cannot complete. Only one. One more. Narpat. Yes, Sovik, correct. Sanjay, correct. Shalini, correct. Only 5. Prashant, correct. I hope you understood the level of difficulty of the exam. Is it easy or difficult? This was the question exactly given in 2020 prelims. Is it easy or difficult? Very easy. Even it is not easy, actually, it is very easy set. But one thing for sure, you have to know the basics. Otherwise, it is not possible. What is given? A sits 3 places away from him. You have to know the 1 point. 3 places away means there will be 2 gaps. That you have to know. When you practice it, when you listen the classes, you will get that idea. 3 places away means 2 gaps. Who means we are talking about the second person. Extremes means either left hand or right hand. So 8 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why I have taken 2 possibilities means you may have the idea. M sits at one of the extreme, it could be left hand, it could be right hand. And in the 2 gaps, A will be there. In the 2 gaps, A will be there. That's it. The number of persons to the left of A is equal to the number of persons to the right of K. Left of A, 3. Right of K, 3 means K will be here. Left of A, 4. Right of K, 4 means K will be here. Right of K is 4. J sits third left of Y. So J position is based on Y. And third left is nothing but again there will be a 2 gaps to the left side of Y. And who will be there? J will be there. J 2 gaps Y. Where can I place? Only in this position. J 2 gaps Y. J 2 gaps Y. And it is given P sits adjacent to both J and L. Adjacent is nothing but neighbors, side by side. So P is adjacent to J and L. So P, J or L, L or J. It should be like this. But J is already here. So either side we require P. So P I can take here, but I cannot take L here. So this case is ruled out. So J, P, L. and the remaining person is X. So this is my final arrangement. You should be thorough with the base. And one technique I will tell you, that is, in the exam, the clues they will give you in the order. You no need to pick up any clues randomly, because remember that prelims is meant for time management. So they'll give you clues in the order. No need to pick up any clues randomly. Start from the first clue onwards. It may leads to two possibilities, and write the two possibilities and go through the next clue. If it is related to the table, you place it. If not, keep it aside and move to the next point. Don't waste your time, but write it in a short form. If the clue is not related to that, write it in a short form and keep it aside. And whenever it is required, use that one. Okay, but don't try to pick up last clue and don't try to solve it like that. That is not the correct way to solve. They are giving the clues in the order. This was the feedback, as it is feedback given by our time students who wrote the exams, and they got success by writing and by preparing in that way. Even our material will also be in that way only, according to exam pattern. Clues will be given in the order. So you please practice in the same way. Initially it may leads to two possibilities, that is okay. In the exam they are giving minimum two possibilities, that is okay. But remember that one point in your mind, clues they are giving in the order. Don't waste your valuable time in picking the reading the entire information and picking up the clues. Go through the first clue onwards. Okay, so this is about the level of difficulty of exam. Now let's come to the circular arrangement. In circular arrangement, what kind of models they given so far? Simple circle like this. 8 persons are sitting around a circular table, all are facing the center, that's it. Or 8 persons are sitting around a square, all are facing the center. 4 are at the corners, 4 are at the middle of the sides, that's it. Very simple, very basic level. It won't take more than 1 minute time to complete. That much easy they will give you for sure. And in 2020, in one of the slots, the same square arrangement, instead of all are facing the center, they have mentioned corners. There are total 8 people, 4 are at the corner, 4 are at the middle of the sides. But corners, only corner people, the persons who are sitting at the corners are facing center, and the persons who are sitting at the middle of the sides are facing away from the center. That model is given in the year 2020. But they given easy. It is not higher level of difficulty. It is very easy level of difficulty they given. It is in prelims. When it comes to mains, in 2017, from the area of circular arrangement, they have not given anything. But in 2020, they given, in that one, they given same circular arrangement with 8 persons. But they given some are facing the center, remaining are facing away from the center. Even they mentioned specifically 4 are facing center. They mentioned clearly 4 are facing away from the center. Even they mentioned that. So they simplified that. So only this model they given so far. Even before 2017 also they used to give only these models, but I have taken only 2 years for comparison, 17 and 20. And expected models: square distribution, square with one variable extra, circular with family tree diagram, circular with one more variable, set and circular, unknown number of persons. In the linear we discussed unknown number of persons in row. Here unknown number of persons in circular. That is not important for prelims, that is important for mains. Maybe there are chances if they want to increase the level of difficulty. Only if they want to increase the level of difficulty, they will give you this. Otherwise, this is more than enough. And these three, I can say that these are the basics for the circular arrangement. Okay, so practice as many questions as possible from these three areas, and also you should be thorough with this. When you're thorough with these models, you are also thorough with these models, but it takes some more time to complete. It will take less time to complete. That's it. That is the only difference, because you are already good with your basics. But here the extra variable is given. To place that extra variable, you will be given some extra clues. So to place that extra clues, it may take some more time. That's it. If you can complete this question in 1 minute, you may complete this question in 4 minutes time. That's it. That is the difference. But you are good at circular arrangements in solving the puzzles. Next, floor arrangement. So far it is only given in prelims. In mains it is not given. In mains it is not given. So these are the mains expected models. Mains expected models. And in the prelims they given simple floor arrangement. 7 persons are living in a 7-story building. That's it. No other variable also. Simple floor arrangement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 persons live in a 7-story building. That's it. This kind of questions. And in 2020, they introduced the new model in RBI assistant, that is 4 floors and 2 flats. 8 persons. Totally there will be 8 persons. They're living in 4 floors and each floor has 2 flats, flat A and flat B. This kind of model they given. You should know the basic structure for that, and it is given easy. But you should know the pattern. You should know the basic. I mean, you should know the basic structure. Here I should take like this. Floors and flats should be taken like this. If you know this, placing the 8 persons are very easy. Initially, it leads to 2 possibilities. You have to write the 2 possibilities. While going through the clues, one possibility will be ruled out, and one remaining possibility is your final answer. So that is with respect to all these models. You will be having a one more session before the prelims exam. How to prepare puzzles, and we'll also discuss the puzzles. What are the basics that you will be having in puzzles and models that we'll discuss before the exam. Now this is just I am giving the idea to how to practice for exam. Now floor distribution. So the same floor you will be given by extra variable. Each of them likes a different color, and each of them is of a different age. The same model flats, but they will be giving one extra variable. There are 6 persons who lives on 3-story building. Each floor has 2 floors, and each of them likes a different fruit. Each of them are from a different city. That kind of information. Okay, even 4 floors also they may not give. In RBI assistant they may give 3 floors. With respect to floor arrangement. Now come to the box arrangement. In the 2 years 2017 and 2020, they given box with one variable. They given 6 boxes A, B, C, D, E, F, and each of them is of a different color. In 2017 as well as in 2020, in both the years, they given this kind of model. Maybe they not, it is not a color, but something else, but one variable and 6 boxes are given. And in the prelims, simple box arrangement. 8 boxes are placed one above the other. One above the other. 8 boxes are placed one above the other. And one important, when it comes to the distribution, I will tell you 8 boxes one above the other. This simple model, basic model, and for the same basic model, extra variable. And as we discussed in the linear, unknown number of persons, like here unknown number of boxes. Number of boxes they will not mention, and also extra variable. A box, 7 boxes, each box has a different number of pens. That model. Expected. If they want to increase the level of difficulty, then only they will give you. Otherwise, this is more than enough. Practice. While you practicing, keep that in your mind. Okay. And recently one of the model become very popular. This model in 2021, almost in all prelims exams, this model was given one after the other. What is this one after the other? In these comparisons, I forgot to mention here, this is expected question. 8 persons purchased pens one after the other. Like this they will give you one after the other, and they'll give you certain number of clues. You have to know the basic structure for that is 8 blanks to be taken. Just 8 blanks to be taken like a linear. That's it. And here is the first person who bought the pen, second person who bought the pen, third person, fourth person, fifth person, sixth person, seventh person, and eighth person. By looking at this term, don't get any confusion. One after the other means just take the blank spaces and try to fix the arrangement. And simple comparison will be given. Like 6 persons are comparing their marks. 5 persons are comparing their weights. This kind of questions they'll give you. Vertical is nothing but queue arrangement. Linear arrangement, row arrangement is a horizontal arrangement. Vertical arrangement is nothing but queue arrangement. Queue arrangement. The same you can also take in this way, one after the other. That is your wish. Comparison with two parameters. They'll give you like this. 5 persons comparing their marks in two subjects, physics and maths, and they will give you clues. Same comparison, 6 persons are comparing their weights, and each of them scored different number of, each of them is likes a different subject. That kind of questions, comparison distribution, and some values also they'll give you in this one. In comparisons, in prelims as well as in mains, in both they will give you some values, not to all the persons, but at least to 1 or 2% they will give you some values, and question will be based on those values. While practicing it, observe it. Last, distribution. More number of models are there here. Simple distribution, 2 variable, 7 persons studying in 7 different colleges. That's it. 3 variable, 7 persons studying in 7 different colleges, and they are from 7 different states. That model. Dates related, 7 persons went to movies on 7 different days of a week, starting from Monday to Sunday. That kind of questions. You have to know for all these model basic structures. For each and every model, you have a basic structure. That's why I told you should be thorough with your basics and fundamentals. Reasoning does not have any proper structure. Specific approach to solve the question. So each model has to be solved differently. So you have to practice that. All this will be discussed during that session. Months related. 7 persons attended interviews in 7 different months. Next, months and dates. Very, very important model. 8 persons were born in 4 different months of the same year and on 2 different dates, 5th and 17th of each month. This kind of model. 4 months, 2 dates. That model. For the same 4 months and 2 dates, they'll give you extra variable that is in mains. In 2020, it is given. So these are the extra variables, expected models. So please take a screenshot of this. And all these models, important models, we are going to discuss before the prelims exam. Now, quant based reasoning, in prelims you won't get anything. So far it is not given. In the mains in 2017, it is given years based with one variable. 8 persons were born in 8 different years. We have to identify who was born in which year. You have to write the years. Basic structure will be taken as is years, and you have to identify who was born in which year. This model. So these are all about puzzles. And while you're preparing, remember that to answer the logical reasoning ability section, you require logical skills. For quantitative aptitude or English, if you know the rules, that is enough. But here entirely your thinking has to be different from one question to another question. And you have to understand the given information in a proper way, and the same implementation is also very, very important. What are all the instructions they are giving? All they will give you instructions based. You have to read that instructions properly and you have to implement it properly. Okay. And very careful in reading, understanding the instructions by giving weightage to each and every word is a must. To say technical terms, immediate left, what they given, and only. Let's say one example. There are 6 persons. Who are comparing their marks. Okay, 6 persons who are comparing their marks. Okay. Now the clue is given. Only A scored more than B. Only A scored more than B. Now tell me where I can take A and B. How many marks? Whether A is the highest or second highest or so on. B is the highest or second highest or so on. Tell me that. Here the keyword is only. This keyword is very, very important. Only A scored more than B. Among the 6 persons, in which position A will be there, in which position B will be there. Yes, Sanju, it is correct. A is first, B is second. A is the highest, B is the second highest. If this only was not given, A scored more than B. A scored more than B. Now tell me, what is the position of A? If that only is not given, if that only is not given, above B, simply above B, it could be anywhere, that we cannot decide. So that's why I'm saying that you have to give the importance to each and every word in puzzles or in any other area of reasoning. The technical terms are very, very important. As we discussed earlier, with respect to puzzles, first give the importance to comparisons. First give the importance to comparisons, then later seating arrangements and distributions. All they will give you very easy, but comparisons are very, very easy. At least 2 to 3 questions you will get it in prelims of each slot. Okay, so first give the importance to comparison set, and then seating arrangements, then distributions. And as I discussed, very rarely clues will be given in the jumbled order. Maximum 1 or 2 clues will be given in a jumbled order. Otherwise, clues will be given in the order. Clues will be given in the order. Clues, they'll give you one after the other. You don't need to pick up any clues randomly. Don't waste your valuable time. Someone has asked a doubt. You can also answer. A is the only person who scored more than B but less than C. A is the only person who scored more than B but less than C. You can also answer. There are 6 positions. A is the only person who scored more than B and less than C. If this kind of clue, if you come across, where will you place? What will be the structure? A is the only person who scored more than B and less than C. It is quite simple here. Between B and C, there should be only A. That's it. It is not exactly between. Between C and B, there should be only A. Yes, correct, Mrudul. C, A, B. That's it. Now, coding and decoding, input output. Coding decoding is important for prelims, and input output is important for mains. But in coding decoding and input output, they will give you logic. You have to crack this logic to complete the questions. So you have to practice more number of questions to get idea about the more logics. Okay, practice more. And don't neglect these areas, very easy areas: inequalities, blood relations, and direction sense. To answer the blood relations questions, you have to know the technical terms: father, mother, sister, nephew, niece, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, uncle, aunt, grandfather, grandmother, paternal grandfather, maternal grandfather. All these kind of technical terms you must know. If you're thorough with the technical terms, it will be very easy to answer. Similarly, in direction sense, you should know the directions. What is each direction? Which direction is east? Which direction is west? Which direction is north? Which direction is south? While going to the east, what is the left hand side and what is the right hand side? This kind of information, if you know, you can complete it very easily. Okay, inequalities in our YouTube channel. Okay, in the meantime, if you want to practice, in our YouTube channel, you have so many videos of clerical level prelims, puzzles, and inequalities, blood relations, direction sense. You may practice it. Our YouTube channel name is Time for Bank Exams. Time for Bank Exams. If you are unable to find it, just uh, in WhatsApp or in Telegram, just message me to this number. I will send you the link. If this is my phone number, 9849001550. I'll give you the link. Time for Bank Exams. You have so many subject videos and shortcut methods. Inequalities, how to complete it in less 5 questions in less than 1 minute, less than 2 minutes, how to complete it. All that kind of videos are available here. You may just go through that in Time for Bank Exams. If you are unable to find it, At any point of time, just ping me. I will send you the link. And miscellaneous questions are very easy, but the only problem is in a hurry you may commit a mistake. Please don't do that. It's like a speed test. You can complete very quickly, but there is a chance of committing a mistake in a hurry. Don't do that. Okay. Suggestion order. As I told earlier, sequence set of numbers will be given 5, 5, and it will take less time. Try to complete these questions. Finally, give the importance to puzzles. Okay. Try to complete coding, inequalities, blood relation, directions, and give the importance to puzzles. And if you are good at puzzles, you can practice puzzles also. You can start with the puzzles. There is no objection. But I'll give you a suggestion that first clear the topic section wise cutoff and then try to clear the overall cutoff. That is my suggestion. Okay, without attempting the puzzles, you can clear the section wise, but to clear the overall cutoff, you need definitely analytical puzzles. So practice as many puzzles as possible. Okay. I hope you have taken my number 9849001550. Okay, so that's it for today's session. And this is not a subject session. You will be having a one more or two more sessions on subject sessions also, miscellaneous areas. I mean, other than puzzles and puzzles. I don't know the exact dates, but before the exam, before March 17th, you will be having those sessions for sure. Okay. If you have any queries, please. I have taken several minutes of your extra time. I'm sorry for that. If you have any queries, you may post in the syllabus or in the models or in the order in which you have to attempt or in level of difficulty. Topic based breakup. Yes, Mrudul, I am giving topic based breakup slide. Here is the topic based breakup slide. Any queries? Yes, so weak. If there are two or three questions, only two or three questions are given below that set, directly go through the questions. If the 5 questions are given, it is better to identify the codes. Marks allocation table. Just a minute, I will show you. I will show. Last 9 months. Last 9 months current affairs you have to prepare, Raman. Harsha, have you taken the slide? Okay. Any other questions? Related to subject, we'll discuss. Don't worry. We'll be having other sessions. There we'll discuss. So shall I wind up the session? In prelims, they have only one model. Symbols notations, inequalities. You can clear Jyoti. They won't give a higher level of difficulty. You can prepare and you can crack the exam, no doubt. But practice more marks. As you are giving exam for first time, practice more marks before going to the exam. 2 months is enough to crack the exam, but you should be serious about that. Yes, from September. No, not from September, from August. Last 9 months. Okay, thank you all. Good night. We'll meet you again in other sessions. Any doubt in subject? For that, WhatsApp number or Telegram number, you can, yes, you can send a message. I'll reply. I may not reply immediately, but I'll give you reply definitely. Okay. Good night, all. Reasoning only. Raman, reasoning only. I'll deal with only reasoning.